Let's kick it. Let's kick it. How you guys doing today? Good morning. How are you? How's your day going today? Good morning, Stephanie. How's it going? Gonna have another couple good days of weather, including today. It's gonna get up to 60. And hey, Whitty, how are you? Good morning. Are you feeling blessed? Good for you. Danielle, how you doing? Really good morning. Oh, are you really sick? Sorry about that. What's wrong? Yeah, but that's not gonna last. We're getting crazy cold weather next week. A lot of the country is. Michigan's going to get nailed, and Michigan's going to only have a high of 4, -2 at night. Good morning, Stephen. I'm definitely going to go to that airport. Yeah, Stephanie, what do you have? Bronchitis or something? I had a friend of mine get a hold of me. It's in the hospital up in Michigan. Real sick. Was in there. I've been in there for a week. I don't feel that great either, to tell you the truth. Yesterday I didn't feel that great. Today it's like okay. Well, I hope you guys have a. I'm working on my karaoke thing too. Cold cough. It's not in my chest yet, but it goes in my chest. I'll have to. Yeah. Now, I hope that. Hey, Bob Marsh, how you doing? I hope that you have a doctor that's willing to give you some prednisone to lower that inflammation. Is that possible? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a good idea. Oh, I don't know how that happened. Why did I hit that? Sorry about that. It's my fault. Yeah, get that nipped in the bud. There's a cumulative effect on scarring that occurs if you let inflammation hang around. Don't screw around with it. No, yeah, no, I'm well aware of what. Hey, Wendy, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, I hope you feel better too, but don't mess around with that. Like, try and tough it out. Get right on that if you suspect it's getting worse. And as you already know, drink a lot of fluid. Yeah, I mean, they're talking we're going to get snow again here in Atlanta area. It's crazy. It's never been this cold since I've been here. It'll be 3 years this April. I'm thinking of doing different things. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quit doing those sunrises and moonrises, I think, because just nobody really watches them. So I think I'm going to go back to how I used to do them, where I get the good stuff, condense it, upload it. Either you watch it or you don't. You don't have to sit there for hours. Like I like waiting it out and watching it, so I enjoy it. But with nowadays instant gratification, if you're not into those kind of things, you're going to find it super boring. And even though I'm appreciative of the bandwidth and stuff that I use with YouTube, I don't want to just piss it away for nothing. Good morning, Callie. How are you? I got should be finishing off my books here today and tomorrow. This book thing is taking forever. As I told you before, uh, I like buying them, I like reading them, but I don't like organizing them. Hey, mixed gas. Hey, there were no shirts down there. He looked for a shirt. They used to sell jackets, but no shirts. So I tried. I'm still gonna try, actually. Marty's got another guy that, knows some brass there at, Meekum, so I haven't forgot about you. So I'm thinking about doing that. I'm gonna do this karaoke thing, but I wanna set it up better, actually. And, I want to, just do different things. I mean, I do miss doing interviews, but I just in good conscience, uh, I just don't see that as a good enough reason to do them. It's like no good comes out of it. Even the ones that I did, I mean, it was fun, but I never thought that in a million years. Believe it or not, them getting popular kind of wrecked it in a lot of ways. I hope to hell I never get another viral video. Nothing but trouble. 10 degrees. Yeah, here it is 29. Not bad at all. I've had the faucets, the outside spigots. I'll tell you another thing. I don't want to say I regret it yet, but I'm getting close. I got polished concrete floors here, and I don't know if I'd have done that if I had it to do all over again. I maybe would have polished the garage just to make it look better, but it's not the no maintenance that you think. Now I'm worried about getting some stains off. I looked up either that or I'm just going to just not worry about it and let it look like it's going to look, but it isn't as maintenance free and bulletproof as I thought. Yeah, panel. I'll do that. If you want me to do that StreamYard again, I'll do it. And to be honest with you, in the morning now where we can talk about this, one of the issues with StreamYard is people that want to come up that I don't want to come up. They just talk about stupid shit and it's boring and it's like you don't want to hurt their feelings by not approving them in Gulfport, Mississippi. Yeah. What was that big hurricane that went through there in the early 70s? Camille? I love the state of Mississippi. I've been all over there. I love the whole Delta. I've photographed the area a bunch of times. I love Tunica, Robinsonville, Natchez. I love it. Oh, you do? Then I'll do it. I'll renew it then if you want to do it. And I'll work more diligently at. Hi, Daisy. Hi, honey. I'll work more diligently at doing more fun things. You want to go pee pee? You want to go pee pees? Daisy went over the house looking for Marty yesterday. I had to go get her. You want to go pee pee? This dog is the most demanding, jealous dog ever. She doesn't want you talking to birds, talking to a computer, nothing. I had miniature greyhounds were the same way. I mean, they knew the computer. I don't know what they thought it was, but they didn't like me talking to that and not them. You want to come up here? What do you want, huh? Daisy needs a haircut bad. You want to come up here? Come here. You're so spoiled. It's ridiculous. You want some alone time with Dad? Katie, you want some alone time with Dad? You're a good girl. Okay, I'll give you some alone time with Dad. Such a baby, it's unbelievable. 24, wow. No, we're getting crazy cold. Going into Monday morning. Yeah. Fed the vultures yesterday. I'll tell you something weird. I tried to get the vultures are skittish over here, the non-black ones. And I threw out a bunch of chicken legs. And I'll tell you, an hour after dark, they were all gone. I know the black cat got one. But I wonder what else came and got them. Because I know coyotes won't have enough guts to come there. I got you. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, she's a good dog. She's a good girl. You feeling good today? Got a good night's sleep? That's a good girl. Oh, yeah, that's a good baby. So, that's about it. Marty's over in Hilton Head. I think it's getting cold over there, too. I know Detroit's getting cold, the East Coast. West Branch, really cold. The good news is, it's supposed to get like this in the wintertime. And the Great Lakes depend on snowfall for the water level and all that. And the lakes were really low this year. I've got a ton of books on Michigan, too. I'm debating what I'm going to do with them. It doesn't make sense that I have a bunch of books on Michigan now that I live here. And I've read them all already, and it takes up a huge space. So we'll see. That's a good girl. That's a good baby. Oh, yeah. That's a good baby. Cal, you have any pets? Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. She does this once in a while, not too much though. She's a good girl, Daisy. Good girl, honey. Okay, could you get down there now? Dad pat you a little bit? I'll pet you some more. Don't you worry, hon. And what else I gotta tell you about? That's about it. I've been up to Athens. There was a really good place up there. It was called Square One. They had like fresh caught seafood from Florida, believe it or not, but they brought it up here all the time. And and it was good too. You could get oysters. No, hon. You could get oysters and stuff. And I got wilted lettuce there twice on a wedge salad, and I quit going there. And I looked it up yesterday. They're permanently closed. No. They haven't. No, they haven't made. They didn't make it even a year. I'll tell you, it's a tough business to be in now. The restaurant business. No, hon. I'll pet you when I'm done. I wouldn't want to own one. It's crazy. 3 years yesterday. Oh, my condolences. No. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog. Really is a great dog. And what else I gotta tell you? So anybody have any ideas? Callie, you got any ideas on doing new fun things? I think the karaoke thing will be fun. And I want to get a good one though. And I'm gonna do some more. I have about 20 trail cams, infrared trail cams. And I've done those before. I used to buy hams and let them eat. I probably do that this week coming up. So some of the animals have stuff to eat when it's that cold. It's slim pickings out there, believe me. The bees are hardly flying at all. This is a perfect place for beekeeping, actually. But as I've told you before, I was into beekeeping pretty good at one time. Hey, good morning. How are you? And I just, in good conscience, I don't want to even if it's insects, I don't want to do that to them. Take their honey. The honey's for the bees. Yeah, naked and afraid. That's a good idea. Stephanie, you be up for that? Would you be up for naked and afraid? Hey, Yiddish. I think she'd be up for it. She's got a pretty good. She's a thrill seeker. Sure, good for you. Oh, you hate everyone here? Yeah, I don't doubt it. That's because you're a terrorist. What are you making bombs at home today? Gonna send them to people? We don't like you either. Stay where you live because you're a total loser. Well, already this morning, huh? Go make some bombs. You get lost. You go bye-bye. Walk you bye-bye. You have a great day today living with mom. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get a better trail. Sun's coming up right now. This goddamn YouTube, they are constantly warning me for like the biggest bullshit in the world. I've done everything I could do. I get I pay for licensed music when I use it on videos. I don't monetize them. I don't know what's left. I think they'll end up getting rid of me one of these days, which I can live with. It's no problem. It's been fun, but I'm not kissing their ass. They'll have you rolling over and jumping through flaming hoops. Get out of here, Yiddix. You loser. Imagine adults just scrolling around the internet and doing stuff like this first thing in the morning. These wackos are really pissed off. Trump's about ready to take hold of things. I think he's kind of laying kind of low. I don't blame him. It's coming up. We got a shot at things. Better believe it. These liberals we got rid of just went away, which I thank them for. They're not all bad. They just lack judgment. Stephanie and I agreed offline that if the old liberal moderators wanted to come back, if they write us 1,000-word, like kind of a term paper type thing, understanding their mistake and seeing it our way, we'll allow them back on and we'll make them moderators again. But other than that, they're going to not be able to. Come on here. We hope they come to their senses. I mean, when you got somebody like Elon Musk who's 10,000 times smarter than yourself and he jumps ship, doesn't that tell you anything? Speaking of that, by the way, I read another scathing article about these Tesla trucks. This is kind of like marrying a mail order bride. You tell everybody they're full of shit. You're married to an older woman. Look at the one that I just bought. Yeah, thank you, mixed gas. Look at the one I just bought. And Tesla's like buying a mail order bride. You tell everybody that, you're charging this thing up and, look at all you gas guzzling losers. I'm helping the environment. And then you get the thing and it's just not practical at all. There's another bad article today about Teslas. And it really, honestly, I like Elon Musk. And for a guy to come out of nowhere and compete on a global market manufacturing cars is pretty damn impressive. But they're just not practical. Oh, did it really? I mean, these Teslas are, junk. And here's the biggest thing. You can disagree with everything that I think about a Tesla, but here's the biggest thing, the biggest litmus test of them all. And that is that they don't bring anything used. You can put 1,000 miles on a Tesla. Good luck trying to get rid of it. And you know what? Banks don't want to give loans on them. They don't really consider it as reasonable, secure collateral. It's not like a typical vehicle. I don't even know if you could pick one of those things up normally if you wanted to repossess it like you do on a regular car that people don't make payments on. Stephanie and I are lucky. We're at the end of our life. Larger rocket, new design. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that he's everything to them down in Florida. They love him down there. The whole deal now, and you guys realize this as you get to be adults, is jobs. It's the whole shebang. When you live in a community, if there's not a bunch of jobs that can sustain a decent living, like middle to lower middle class nowadays, you're done. I could take you through all of them. Toledo, Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. When these middle class jobs dry up, it's turns into a big dope den. It really does. And look how much insurance is creeping up on stuff now too. California and Florida, you're lucky to get insurance. And another big issue for older people, I know people that are retired, their house is paid for and they can't afford the property taxes. What does that tell you? That's insane. You can't even afford the property taxes and you have no house payment. And I know a lot of people that go into retirement that still have a house payment. I just don't get it. Crazy. It'd be pure stress. You'd be stressed out like you were when you were young and didn't have anything and you're supposed to be bird watching and stuff. It's a tough time for a young. I don't know how these young families do it. I really don't. Yeah, property tax. I know it's high. It's cheap here, but we don't have anything. If I wasn't at this stage in my life, I doubt that I'd live here. Like kids in a school system, stuff like this. I don't think so. But that I'm not looking for that. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Car is expensive. I mean, it's really you're hard pressed to get up in the morning and talk about anything positive. I mean, what is it? Cost you a fortune to go to college? Cost you 350 grand to get a 4-year degree, and you get out and they want to start you at $31,000. Everything's upside down. But sometimes I think it's just the standard of living that we're used to. Our parents and grandparents, those days are long gone. I don't know what to tell you. Got to call a spade, though. The jobs are the big deal. Just think of Boeing out there in Seattle. They got to be happy that Trump got in. And, this whole GM, they screwed their stockholders twice. Delphi did it 3 times. Ford Motor Company stock, $10 a share. I mean, I would have never thought in my lifetime that I would have witnessed this kind of change. Steel companies, all that stuff. And if you're used to shopping at the dollar store, these tariffs, I'm not saying they're perfect, but it's better than just being a wasteland with no jobs. It's not going to be the dollar store anymore. It's going to be the $5 store. No way around it. All this junk's getting sent over here in these container ships and selling for $1 and nobody's working. I mean, the whole person in the whole damn equation is the employees and the person working at the store. It's the only place you can buy this junk that cheap. I'm really going to be interested in the steel companies and how that pans out. Speaking of steel, I had read one time that big bridge they built in Detroit, the Gordie Howe International Bridge, that a lot of that steel came from Canada. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess that thing's going to open the fall of 2025. I'm actually going to go up there. I spent a lot of time. That's right down there in Maddie and Gerald territory. They basically wiped out that whole area, which, I don't really have that big a problem with. It was a high crime area anyway. And Canada paid for it. I see it's going to cost $9 to cross that thing, which I think is kind of a lot. I forget what it was, like some crazy dollar amount, what it cost. 30 billion or some crazy ass dollar amount. When you look at a bridge like that and how long it's taken, 6, 7 years? The thing that surprises me, not that it's engineered, not that you can get the things to make it with, it's where you get the people to do it, that it actually comes together. A huge project like that. Oh, same to you, Mary. I mean, where do you get the people that actually know what the hell they're doing to build something out over water? I mean, it's really amazing. Like the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan, same thing. I mean, that is some unbelievable ingenuity and accomplishment mankind. I think the same thing with airplanes, jets and stuff. I see they just faulted a guy in Houston, the co-pilot for a 737, a 757-300, which is what I came back on from Kissimmee. He blew the landing, smacked the nose gear, did a bunch of damage to the plane. So it turns out this guy struggled through his whole training period. Shouldn't have been flying to begin with. It happens. Right, you just never know. I'll tell you that little trip I took back from Florida, man. I don't know how you're not sick all the time if you're in that business. Just jam-packed people. I don't know how these flight attendants aren't sick all the time. You're just constantly around new thousands of people every day. In the airplane, in the terminal, when you get out and your ride to the hotel back. Either they must have super strong immune systems or they're sick all the time, one or the other. I mean, I'm not a germaphobe, not yet. But as I get older now and this crap we've had with some of this stuff floating around, I'm more conscious about it than I used to. I actually planned on wearing a mask in the plane. I didn't do it. I forgot it. But I would have if I'd remembered. All that stuff in that tube. See, the pilots have recirculating fresh air. The cabin does not. It's cleaned, but it isn't new air. Big difference. Crazy. Callie, you got any ideas for new chats or ideas or something you'd like to see? Mary, you're about ready to get a cold spell up there. You better get that old wool blanket out. Throw the duck food on the land, not in the water. And same with out here. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Yeah, you're gonna get wait till Monday. Really gonna get in there, get a cold day. Yeah, at least you're living in a nice area. You don't need to worry about everything missing when you get up in the morning, like Chicago, Detroit. I lived downtown the Gold Coast for the whole time I was there, 12, 13 years. And it bordered, the ghetto. And I'll tell you, when the sun went down, there was a Chase Bank. Now, this is supposedly the nicest neighborhood in Chicago, the Gold Coast. There was a Chase Bank right up the road from me. Like you could walk there, maybe a half mile. And that thing used to get robbed once a week. And this is the nicest neighborhood in Chicago. Yeah. Once you go out during the busy time, once that Board of Trade thing kind of died out downtown, I mean, it's just like a Chinese file drill every day. The transportation, people going and coming. And then once you had COVID and people were working out of their home, it was less. And you look at the magnificent. Now, it was so nice when I moved there in '98. I'm not kidding you. Really beautiful. They were putting a lot more money into downtown. It was like being revitalized. It was a trendy place. There were people. It was a world-class destination. You would come to downtown Chicago and spend a week on vacation. Go shopping, go to Navy Pier, the nice museums. And that's kind of not like that now. It's still happening, but it certainly wasn't anything like it was when I was there. All right. Hey, hope you feel better, Stephanie. You need anything, text me or something. I'll have it delivered to you. Yeah, hope you feel better. That sucks having like a upper respiratory infection. I think it does. See, I still get blasted by the light coming through these windows. I should be facing the other way. These cheap cameras on these laptops. Yeah. Mixed gas, what do you have going on today? Mary, you don't have any of that Ford stock, do you? I was talking to a buddy of mine, runs a place like Schwab. There's so much SEC regulation on that stuff. And they just had their girl that had been their lady for 25 years quit and everything's a mess. He's totally freaking out. They're worried how they're going to replace her, all the nuances, getting along with the customers. He went from having it made to working his ass off, and he's 70. He doesn't need to work. He's got a ton of money, but he enjoys what he's doing. Finance. Nuts. That's about all I know around here. Everything's kind of like semi-hibernating. Food shopping, good for you. Yeah, I don't really. I go to a Walmart. We have these places called Ingles down here. They're not that great. They're actually a step below Walmart. They're like in little towns like I live in. We don't have one here. I have to actually go over to Washington or to Greensboro. Overpriced, not that great. But that's what happens when you live out in the middle of nowhere. Today I'm going to finish off stacking a bunch more books and work out. I'm debating whether I'm going to move my weights over here or just not, or just do cardio for a week because it's going to be too cold to work out in that abandoned house. Yeah, I'll find out. Wonder where old Angie is this morning. Might have worked too late of a shift last night. So don't worry, Mixed Gas. It's not over yet with your shirt. I'm still working on it. Didn't forget about it. Well, I just thought I'd come out and say hello this morning. I got up a little earlier, than I normally do. So I hope you guys have a good day today. Cal, you have a good day. Mixed Gas. Mary? No, I'll do it though, man. I'm a man of my word. Unless you're talking about wedding vows. Yeah. Should have had that amended. All right, Mary, you have a good day. All right, well, you guys have a good day. I'm going to let Daisy out and get back to finishing off these books. And party on. I will show you the vultures later today.